Hey guys, Rafferty, Pendery here. In this video, we're going to talk about those times where you get stuck. You don't know what to do. You need a direction. You need to get out of some hesitation or procrastination that you have going on. What do you do? All right, so for me personally, getting stuck usually happened because of some uncertainty. So the first thing that I would focus on if I felt like I was really getting stuck on what should I be doing, where should I be going, how should I be doing something, is make sure that I'm clear on what I'm trying to do exactly. Meaning your goal or outcome you're going for has to be clear. And sometimes we could have been operating for many years, taking a chance to like step back and say like, is this really where I'm trying to go? So if I'm feeling stuck, the first thing is just make sure I'm clear on where I'm trying to go. Because, like I've had it where I had made a decision on what I was trying to do, where I was trying to go, what was important to me. And then I've gone along in life and a lot of things changed in life. And things that were important to me before are no longer important. And things that weren't before are now. And so I had to reassess. What am I actually trying to do? What am I actually trying to accomplish? If you have uncertainty on your job, okay, so then let's just look. What am I trying to do with this job? What am I trying to do on this position that I'm in? Let's get that clear. When we have that, we can then start to address a direction. It's just a point of getting stuck like that. I've observed from my observation has generally been because there's some uncertainty there. And so if we make sure we're clear on where we're trying to go, good first step. The other things that can follow that are like, let's say fear of failure. Now that you know where you're trying to go, you might say, but if I do that, what if it's the wrong choice? What if it's the wrong choice? What if it's the right choice? The reality is, for the vast majority of decisions that we are faced with in our lifetime, very few of them are ones that are totally unrecoverable, that you can't come back from. Like there are very few choices that fall under that category. The bulk of them, if you do that and you make a mistake, okay, so you make a mistake. I was actually talking to our staff about that a little while ago, and one of them had expressed, yeah, but what if I make a mistake? I was like, do you think I don't make mistakes? Guys, welcome to Earth. We make mistakes. And I had told them, realize guys, I have made mistakes that are far bigger than any mistakes that you could even make as it relates to our business. Like they don't even have the authority to make the mistakes as big as I have. So like they can't make mistakes that are massive like that. They don't even have the ability to do it. When I had a partnership with somebody and I went all in and I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in a partnership that was totally the wrong partnership, and it resulted in nothing from them and me having to then buy them out and do all this work to get the thing going, that was a huge mistake. Like that's just not something that they would even have the ability to do within the organization because they can't make that kind of commitment. So my thing is, I make mistakes. I'm not expecting you not to make a mistake. If you make a mistake, own the mistake, say that was a mistake. But here's the other part. You could look at the situation where you're stuck in something and realize you have an opportunity to go left or right, and you don't know which is the right one. My take on it is pretty simple. I'm going to look at all the data I have available to myself, not just think, but look wherever I can, dig and look and search and go, okay, what's the information that I have? And then based on that information, I'm going to make the best decision I can and then go with it. And you know what? If I made the wrong decision, I start going down the left path, I may have to backtrack a little bit and then go right. But what won't happen is I'm not going to be stuck in the fork in the road, never moving in a direction, because I will make a decision and move. And see, there are people out there who will tell you that making a wrong decision and that kind of thing is a bad thing. And I'm actually going to give you two quotes from some people who are experts, okay? And tell me what you think. The first quote is this: mistakes are costly and somebody must pay. The time to correct a mistake is before it is made. The causes of mistakes are, first, I don't know. Second, I didn't think. Third, I didn't care. Now listen to this quote, and then I'll tell you who they're from afterwards. Listen to this quote. The trouble in America is not that we are making too many mistakes. We are making too few. Okay, guys, that's totally the opposite. Mistakes are costly and somebody must pay. The time to correct a mistake is before it is made. That was from a guy named Henry Buckley, who was a professor. No offense, that guy does not know what he's talking about in real life when we're trying to run a business or organization. And I have no idea even the context he was using that quote on, but I had found that I came across that quote and went, wow, what a wrong perspective. He's an academic. He's not talking about real life, how you actually do things. It's this theoretical blah, blah in the universe. The guy who says the trouble in America is not that we are making too many mistakes, but that we are making too few. His name is Phil Knight, aka Nike. That guy, I think, has some success under his belt. That guy understood that you're not going to progress if you aren't willing to make a mistake. Yeah, of course, we're not trying to make mistakes, but we will. You're going to. That is 100% going to happen. So what? It's not the end of the world. Not moving in a direction, though, is a problem. And I've seen it with some guys who get to the end of their life. You get, they're at the very end, because I have some friends who passed away, and I have friends who are much older than me. And I had guys, and you know what? One of the big regrets that I literally heard somebody say a week before they passed. Yeah, I really wish I had actually taken the opportunity to move forward on such and such thing in his life. And to me, that was so sad. I was like, man, that sucks, because that guy was at a point where he couldn't do anything about it then. When you can do something about it right now. You can say, okay, you know what? I've been talking about doing this, and I've sat there and I said, what if, and what about that, and what about this, and what about that? Just end all that. Get as much information as you can based on what you're able to get right now. Look and make a decision and move forward. That is how we can actually grow in these areas. But sitting and being theoretical and letting yourself overthink it and not move forward, that is the biggest mistake you can make. Give this video a like, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.